our second game of Kill Team, and because it's the second game we're going to play mission 2. So it's taking our prisoners in the matched play section, and this one the battlefield is divided into quarters, so we've got all of our deployment out of the way already. And this one, for the victory conditions, you score points for taking people out of action in combat, and it's 3 victory points if you take the enemy leader out, or any leaders out in combat as well. So it's going to be close and personal, this one. And I did ask the last time what Kill Teams people would like to see, and basically Imperial Guard was the winner. So I thought, well, people like Imperial Guard will have Imperial Guard versus Imperial Guard, or Renegade Guard as it'll be in this game. So same factions going off against each other, and quite a lot of bodies. I think each Kill Team's got 17 models each. It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath, and it's all going to have to be done with cold steel. Okay, this is Kill Team Branniger. So we've got Sergeant Branniger leading the Eagle Sentinels. So it's the debut of this team. Painted these up especially for Kill Team in those black and orange colours. So we've got 17 models in total here. So we've got the leader, we've got 2 specialists, or should we say 2 gunners, and then we've got comms for another specialist. So we've got Sergeant, he's got a plasma pistol. Gunner here, he's got a plasma gun, and he's going to have the sniper tactic. This one, same thing, plasma gun, and he's going to be heavy specialist, and then comms specialist for the Voxcaster guy. And then the rest of them are just guardsmen with las guns.
Right, so here we are. This is Renegade Kill Team Castoff. Leading the team is Mr. Castoff. He's a sergeant. He's a comms guy. He's a scout. He's a sniper. He's got a plasma gun. There's no sniper rifles available. He's got a plasma as well. All the others have las guns.
Except him, he's got a flamer.
Oh yeah, he's got a flamer.
Sneaky. Okay, so before we deployed both sides, we did the scouting phase, and we chose, as the Imperial Guard, the Loyalists, we chose to disarm any booby traps, but the Renegades didn't place any booby traps. What they did is, I've forgotten what it's called, but they kept ultimately 4 models off the deployment until right at the end, and it was all of the specialists and the leader, so he piles in at the back. So we'll have a look at where everything is. We've got a lot of plain guardsmen in the street there. We've got another plain guardsman here. Here's the command nerve. We've got the leader, we've got the comms, and the 2 specialists with the plasma guns, and then more basic guardsmen on this side. And the Renegades, pretty much the same thing for them. Here's the command nerve, a lot of guys there. Okay, so for a better look at the Renegades, we've got the leader right at the back here. We've got Flamer, a plasma gunner, and then a load of ordinary guys. So we've got the comms guy here, the scout there, and then more ordinary guys around here. But this is the specialist with the plasma gun. He is a sniper specialist, so he's going to be dead eye with that plasma gun potentially. So they're looking down the street across at the Loyalists. Okay, so we're ready to kick off here. So it's the roll for the initiative phase. So the Renegades get a 5, the Loyalists get a 5, and the Renegades get a whopping 10. So Renegades will have the first stab at moving. Right, the Renegades have moved. So big push for most of the Renegades on this side. 4 of them advance with the leader as well. They're just behind the crate, ready to spring an attack on these guardsmen here. The Flamer, he advances all the way over to there. He's just going the scenic route. He's a very important guy with that Flamer. Probably the most important guy out of the whole team here. These just shuffle around, staying behind this crate, looking for opportunities. The plasma gun goes ready here. He goes ready, as do these 3 at the back. This is the specialist with the plasma gun. He's ready. This guy's ready, and this guy who's just out on a limb here, he's moved back into cover, but he still can fire if he gets a target. Okay, the Loyalists reply with their moves. So we've got the command centre there, they're just staying still. I've got the plasma gun, he's gone ready. He's the sniper specialist. He's got the Vox and the sergeant ready to buff him up a little bit. He stays still, he's ready. Everyone else, they start to move. So Two of them have moved to the wall here. He can fire a shot through that little gap there. These two are going to be aggressive, getting right in front of these. Because these advance, these are going to be able to get some shots on them and without reply. The other plasma gun, he advanced over to here, out of sight. And then the big cluster of guardsmen here, the majority of them have advanced behind that crate. These two have just moved up into a better position, and then two of them move off over there. Okay, so the Renegades will shoot first, but at the start of the shooting phase we do our orders. So the Renegade Sergeant, he issues an order back to this plasma gunner for take aim. He's going to reroll hit rolls of 1. And this Loyalist Sergeant, he issues a command to this plasma gunner for bring it down. So he's going to be able to reroll 2 wound rolls of 1. Right, so the Renegades will fire first. They do have the initiative in this phase. So this plasma gunner is going to fight first. He's not a specialist, but he has got that reroll 1s because of orders. And he's going to have a +1 to hit because of the comms link guys right next to him. He's a comms specialist, so he's going to be shooting through this gap here at this guy right there. So he's got +1 to hit, so that's going to negate the long range. So he's got 1 shot, and he's going to be hitting on 5 because I still am in cover. And he gets a force, that is a miss. So he flips to shot, and now we need to pick for the Loyalist who's going to shoot it. Okay, we're going to fire our plasma specialists off next. So we're going to really help him out here. We've got the Sergeant giving him an order to reroll 1s to wound. He's a sniper, so he rerolls 1s to hit anyway. And then the comms is going to lend him a +1 to hit. And then we're going to do careful aim sniper tactic for 1 command point. So we've got 1 command point left now. And he's now +2 to hit with rerolls 1s for pretty much everything. And he's going to fire at the Renegade plasma guy just across the way. There he is there. So we've got 1 shot at this range, and because we've got our +2, hit on a 4. We do get a hit, that's the crucial bit. Wounds on a 2. We do wound, and it's AP -3, so no save for the Renegade. So it's straight onto the flesh wound roll, see if we get 4 or higher. We do, he is out of action straight away. Alright, so he's a sniper for a reason, that was an expert shot. He's going to be fired upon now though. This guy, he's readied up, he's going to fire at the plasma gun in return. He's going to need a 6 at this range, and because he's in cover, only gets a 2, not good enough. Right, so it's back to whoever's ready to trigger. For the Loyalist, it's only this guy. So he's going to fire at whoever he can see, we have to find this out. Okay, so he is going to fire at this guy at the back. We can't see anyone else unfortunately, and it is slightly obscured. I'm pretty sure we're within 12, absolutely. So we're hitting on 5s because he's obscured. Get 1 hit, needing a 4 to wound him, don't get it. So Renegades next to shoot. Right, Renegades for a ready shooter. Got this guy's going to fire down at this guy behind the crane here, so he needs a 6 at this range. So in cover and at long range. 2, 1, do. Right, so it's back over to the Renegades for their shooters because the Loyalists don't have any more readied up. So there's this guy to shoot and this guy to shoot. I'm not sure if he's got anything to see, but he will shoot first. He's going to shoot down at this guardsman just on the corner here. So he is within close range, so he's going to need a 5 because he is obscured. He gets 1 hit, needs a 4 to get a wound. Does get a wound, we've got a save of a 5. We make it. Right, that's all the ready fighters who've shot, so now on to dynamic shooters. So we've got this guy, he is a scout, so it did look like he's advanced, but he actually just moves an extra 2 inches, that's how he's gone so far. And he's got a grenade primed in his hand, and he's going to throw it to these guardsmen. So how many shots does he get out of there?
Come on, reroll.
Okay, so he thought about giving that a tactical reroll, but we've just made sure. The difference is there's a specific set of dice rolls you can reroll, and that isn't one of them. So you can't reroll random dice. So he's going to throw 1 grenade. Is it going to be the front guy or the lead guy?
Front guy.
Okay, front guy takes a hit because that is a 5. So it's wounded on a 4. And he does get that wound, right? We're saving on a 5. Be a shame if he goes down. It's a 4. So we need a injury roll. On a 4 plus he's out of action. That's a 5. He's gone out of action. Right, the Loyalists are going to try and answer back. We've got this guy in the corner. He's going to shoot at this guy. who will be able to shoot if we don't kill him. So we are at close range, but he is obscured, so needing 5s to hit. Got 1 hit, needing a 4. We do get him, right, he's sitting on a 5. Let's see if his armor holds up. It does. Okay, so he's returning fire from the same guy onto the same guy, so he's at close range, he's got 2, and he's hitting on 5s because we are obscured. Gets 1, needs a 4. Gets it, right, needing a 5 to save. Let's see if we can match it. No. Okay, it's an injury roll. On a 4+, he's out. And he's gone. Drops to the floor. Right, it's 2 guys down for the Loyalists. We're going to try and return the favour here. This guy's going to fire at the specialist who threw a grenade. So we are close range and he's out in the open. Needing 4s. Got 1. Needing a 4. We don't get it. Ooh, do we use a command point reroll? Or tactical reroll as they're called in this game. I think we do. We're going to use our last command point for this turn. We do get a wound. Right, so he's saving on a 5. He doesn't get it. Right, injury roll and 4+, he's down. He's not, it's just a flesh wound. Gets away with it. Right, Renegade's going to fire this guy at close range into him, but he is concealed, so 5s to hit, but he's got 2 shots to do it. Misses. Right, we're going to fire back with the same guy. Might as well keep on returning fire here. He's going to shoot at the same guy. He's going to need 5s. So he's a better shot. He absolutely is a better shot. 4s to wound. Oh, he's a stunner. Right, 5s to save for that guy. No. So on a 4+, he's going out of action. He's out of action. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Right, the Loyalists will now take over the shooting because there was so much advancing from the Renegades. They have no more to shoot, so it's just these 2 left in the street for the Loyalists. So we're going to have this guy first. He's going to fire at the only guy you can see, which is this guy on the corner. So he's at long range, needing a 6. Does not get it. This guy, he's going to return fire on this guy. He's just around the corner here. He did fire at him previously. So we're going to return fire, and we are close range, so 5's needed because he is concealed. We got 1 hit. Needing a 4. Get a 6, that's good. He's going to need a 5 to save. Gets a 2. Let's see if he goes out of action. On 5, he's down as well. Wow. Pulled it back here. We lost 2 early, and then we've clawed back another 2. So it's at the end of the shooting phase, the Imperial Guard Loyalists have only lost 2. Renegades have lost 3 because of that crack shot at the end. Okay, nerve test for battle round 1. This guy with a flesh wound would normally have to take one, but because he's got so many people in support, he's got 4 guys in support and there's 3 guys dead, so he'd actually be at a -1 at the dice roll. If you rolled a 6, it's his leadership anyway, and he's at a -1, so even if he rolled a 6, it would still count as a 5, so he's automatically going to pass his nerve test. So on to battle round 2. Okay, we're going to try and see who gets the initiative in battle round 2. So the Loyalists get an 8, Renegades get a 6, so the Loyalists will take the first move. Okay, didn't realise how important that was to get the initiative in this turn, because this is where the charges are happening. So we've had a charge in here. We went with this guy first. He didn't meet his charge, only got a 3, then we had to re-roll it with a tactical re-roll to get round there. We did get there eventually, but that means we're a command point down already. And then charges all around. So this guy's in on here, this guy's in there. This guy tried to charge, failed, but we took the move anyway. This guy just peeks around the corner here just to get some shots. We've gone ready with the sniper again. This guy goes ready, and then he steps forward to the wall. And a lot of activity around here. We've had the 2 guys from here, they've both advanced to this crate here, and then these 4 have charged. Try to get these 2 as much as we can. We only got 2 in the end, but these took their charge move all the same, but only these 2 were able to fight. Right, the Renegades bring their counter-attack, so as we imagined, all of the commander and his bodyguards, they join the fight here. So the commander's gone over to this guy, he's joined in. This guy joins in on this fight. Guy, he was obscured, so couldn't shoot him in Overwatch. He's gone all the way around here, and he's now fighting this plasma gunner. And the flamer, he advances over the wall, jumps through the window, down to here. He's going to unleash his flamer onto this guy. It is an assault weapon, so he can move and shoot that with no hassle. Over here for the Renegades, this guy tried a charge, didn't make it. These guys just go unready. From here, this guy made a charge onto this guy that was encroaching on the wall here, and then two other Renegades join the fight here. So we've got two guys fighting the guys who were charged, and then they've been counter-charged in return. So big fights going on either side. Okay, so we're into the shooting phase. I've just had a look around all of the Loyalist shooters, and nobody can fire because everyone's locked in combat and all angles are blocked off, so we can't actually fire into the people who are not in combat. So it's all hands to the pump here for combat. So because it's the shooting phase, we're going to issue orders. The sergeant is within 12 of this guy. We made sure he was. So we're going to do an order for him to fix bayonets. He's going to give him cold steel, even though he hasn't got a bayonet on. I'm sure you'll give him time to attach it first, and then we're going to stab him. So the guy who's just charged, that guy is going to be the target. So we're going to need a hit on a 4. We don't get it. Okay. That didn't work. Or should we use our command point reroll? I think yes. We're going to use our command point to reroll that because it's big if we do get it. No, we've missed anyway. Right. So the Renegades, they're doing the same. He's going to issue this guy to fight this guy.
But I'm also going to give
Seems
him,
overkill.
because he's got a wound, so I'm going to give him gritted teeth.
Right, so he's going to do the gritted teeth tactic. It just means he fights as if he didn't have that flesh wound, because he's only taken 1. So that costs 1 command point to do. They've got a lot of command points, the Renegades, because they haven't been spending them. So here he goes. He's going to fight back. He's going to turn around, quickly dispatch him before he shoots him in the back of the head there. When he gets a 2, doesn't hurt him. Right, so now that those order attacks are out the way, they're going to go into shooting. So the Loyalists can't do anything, but the Renegades can. So they've got 2 ready shooters here. Going to fire down here. There's a few loose guardsmen loose guardsmen.
Loose morals.
They're not in the fight, so they're not going to be able to.
Yeah, so the plasma's at long range.
Plasma at long range is going to be at the guy who failed his charge or the guys who advanced.
Well, I'm going to fire this one first. So
right. No hits for him, and then plasma gun doesn't do anything either. Right, so we might as well come down to here. This is the flamer. He's got a good sight on him, so he's D6. It's the full 6. This guy is going to get roasted. So automatic hits, and he's needing 3s to wound. And there's a good spread of 3. Right, so we're going to need 3. Save a 5 to save this guy. Oh, that's a command point dice. We'll reroll that. 2. Right, so he's going to need to try and injure him on a 4+. He's out of there. He's not. It's just a flesh wound. Okay, that was very dangerous. He's very crispy, but he's still alive. Right, I think that's the end of the shooting. Okay, straight on to combat then. So the Loyalists have the initiative. So we're going to fight with this guy first against the leader. Somehow we'll take him out. It'll be a miracle. So we've got 1 attack, hitting on 4. He's missed. He's totally blown it. Alright, this Renegade, he was the one who charged, so he's going to fight against this guy. So he needs a 4 to hit. He does get a hit. He needs a 4 again. Okay, not powered by a corn, this guy. Alright, he's going to choose the command reroll because he really wants this guy. Alright, he's wounded him. Need a 5 to save. No, right. It's injury roll on 4+. He goes down. No, it's a flesh wound for that guy as well. Lots of flesh wounds now. Right, we're coming over the other side to fight. We're going to have this Imperial Guard, the baldy guy. He's going to fight the guy who's just charged in. So he needs a 4 to hit. He gets him. Come on. On another 4 he wounds. He does wound him. Saves on a 5. Doesn't get it on a 3. So on a 4+, he's out of there. He's out of there. Flesh wound. That's not a flesh wound. It's a killing blow. Crumples to the floor. Okay. Almost took him, but it was actually him who was fighting. So he's gone. But his mate who did charge in, he's next to fight. Is he going to charge this guy? Yeah. So he does hit on a 6. Needs a 4 to wound. Gets him. Right, we need ourselves a 5 here to stay alive or to stay in good shape. Nope, on a 4+ he goes down. No, it's just a flesh wound for him.
Don't got sharp blades, these guys.
Rusted blades, not finding the mark. Right, we're back on the other side. This guy, the guy who took a flesh wound earlier, he's going to have to fight back. We will fight the guy who charged initially. Let's see if we can keep the momentum of his charge. So he's now going to need hitting a 5 because he's taking a flesh wound. And he doesn't get it. Terrible. Alright, so for the Renegades, you've got lots to try and fight here. You're going to go for this guy. He's got 1 attack and he's fighting over a wall, so we're going to need a -1 to hit. So he's missed. Even on a 3 that would have missed. Right, back over here now. This guy who took a flesh wound, he's going to have to fight back. He's going to fight this guy. Right there. So he needs to hit on a 5 now because he took a flesh wound. He hits. Needs a 4. No, doesn't find it. Alright, it's over to the Renegades now. We've got a charger just down here fighting this plasma gunner at a -1 because we're fighting through cover. So 5's needed. No. And then there's no more charges left for the Loyalists, so it's over to the Danger Man, the Renegade Sergeant.
Does he not get a fight?
Well, he does, but he didn't charge, so he doesn't get a fight yet. So it's the Sergeant. He's got 3 attacks because he's got a chainsword, so he's mighty cool. So he needs 4s, he gets 2, and needs 4s again. Doesn't get it. Wow. Made our way through those chainsword blows, parried with expert precision. Alright, so it's time for the people who were charged to get into action. So we're going to start with this guy since we have the initiative. Needing a 5 to hit him over the wall. We don't get it. Alright, so the Renegades have got a couple of guys that can select. They've got this guy, and 2 guys over there who's going to start this ball rolling for them.
Okay, we'll go here.
Okay, so this guy is going to fight 1 attack. He gets the hit, he gets the wound. Need to save on a 5. This is looking dangerous now. Don't get it right. You got a +1 to this dice roll, but still not enough because we did take a flesh wound earlier. So a 2 still doesn't do it. If that was a 3, we would have been out of action there. Now we've got 2 flesh wounds, so he's in bad shape. This guy. Alright, so we've got the plasma gunner. He's going to fight through the wall with that guy. Again, he's at a -1, so he needs a 5. He does get it. Is he going to burn him with the plasma jets? No. On a 3, doesn't happen. Alright, so the Renegade's got this guy to fight.
So he's -1, yeah.
This guy isn't, because he's just going to turn around and club him. Hits. Doesn't wound. Alright, no more fights for the Loyalists, so it's just over to the Renegades. So we've got that guy. Is he going to fight the guy without the helmet?
So it's 1 against this one.
Alright, so he needs a 4. No, and then the last one to fight.
No, you fight the one with the... Well, you fight the one without the helmet.
Okay.
The ball guy.
So has he got something against ball guys? But he definitely does because he's wounded him. Alright, let's see if not wearing a helmet is a good idea. Can he see the blow coming? Let's save it on his armour. No, right, so on a 4+ he's going out of action. Emperor, save him. He takes a flesh wound.
Rusty weapons again.
Okay, it's time for nerve tests. No team has taken enough damage to be broken yet. So straight on the nerve tests, we're going to do the Loyalists first. So we're going to start here. This guy, we've lost 2 guys in the game so far, but we do have support of at least 1 model for most people. So basically what we're looking out for is, for most, if it's a 6, we're looking in trouble here. So this guy needs to roll. He's okay on a 5 because we've got support. So even at a -1, which we are, or a +1 rather, we are at, would take us to 6, which is our leadership anyway. This guy's the same situation. We don't want to see a 6, and he's okay. Okay, this guy over here, again, don't want to see a 6. We do see a 6. That's a failed nerve test, but we do have a Voxcaster on the table, which means we can re-roll failed nerve tests. And he's fine. So because he's fine, he will be fine as well, because he's got 3 guys in support, so we'll automatically pass that no matter. Right, the Renegades have only got 1 nerve test to take, so this is this guy. He's got support of 3 guys, but then they've lost 4. And he's rolled it, and it's a 6, and he didn't let us explain, but a 6 is what he didn't want. He's lost 4 already, but he's got support. So a 6 will make him bust, but he's got a Voxcaster there, so he can re-roll, like the Astra Militarum did. Okay, he re-rolls that down to a 2, so he's good. Okay, battle round 3. Let's see who takes the initiative this time. So the Loyalists get a 6, and the Renegades get 1 better. So the Renegades will move first. This could be big for them. Right, Renegades move, but not much moving this time. I got these guys going ready, so they're staying still. And then the only 2 movers was one guy is charged this guy in the hat here. Got a big charge, he's in now. And then the Flamer, he's decided to go into combat because yes, he could flame him, but the need to kill things in combat to get the points. The Loyalists have already got 1 point for killing one guy in combat, and they've just been doing damage but not enough to kill, so they're going to have to pick up some kills in this turn to get the command points or the victory points up. So he's doing just that. So he's gone in there, he's already taken a flesh wound, so he should have a good chance of dealing with him. Okay, the Loyalists doing their counter move now. So these have just moved slightly around the crane here. There's an encroaching flamer coming down. We don't want our leaders, our command nerve, to get taken out, so they've just ducked behind that. He tried to charge in and failed his charge. He's just standing still. And over here, no moves to be done because we're locked in combat. Thought about dropping out with him, but we're just going to stay in there and fight the good fight. Over here, this guy, he's charged in from behind the tractor there. We're going to hopefully use our consolidation to get in there and hit him without any impedance to our hit. Okay, over here, big push with Imperial Guard attackers. We've finally got the majority in. There's 4 guardsmen going in. Hopefully that'll be enough to bring this one home on this side. A lot of Loyalists on this side, a lot of Renegades on that side. We feel that this combat phase will probably decide the game. Alright, so the shooting phase, it won't be much of a shooting phase because nothing has a target. So these guys who are readied up, they won't be able to fire, but we do something in the shooting phase. It's orders. So the Loyalist Sergeant is going to do fixed bayonets. Within 12, he's going to select this guy. He's the only real guy we can select to do it with. And the Renegades are selecting this guy behind the box here, fighting the plasma gun. So because the Renegades have the initiative, I'm going to fight this one first. So he's got 1 attack, he's hitting on a 5 because we're fighting through cover. Doesn't get it. Right, so this guy, he's hitting on a 5 as well because he's taking a flesh wound. He gets it, that's good, needs a 4. He gets the flamer guy. Let's see if he saves on a 5. Does not do it. On a 4+, he goes out of action. At a 3, he's taking a flesh wound. Do a command point reroll that? I think we do, because that's crucial. Do a command point reroll. 4. Oh, it's still a flesh wound. Okay, so we're going to go into the fight phase now. So we're going to do priority fights first. But before we do that, in fact, the Renegades are playing decisive strike tactic. 2 command points to do that. It allows you to fight with the model before anyone else does. So he's going to select the leader here, and he's going to try and put the hurt on this guy. So he's got 3 attacks, and he's going to need to force to hit. He's missed with them all. That was a
Command reroll.
Gross misuse of command points. Right, so he's going to use a further command point to reroll one of those, and he's still missed. Right, he's obviously got fog in his lenses of his gas mask there. Totally botched that. Right, so you've got a priority fighter to fight with since it is your turn. So you've got this guy who charged.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got your flame. Alright, so this guy then, he's going to fight with 1 attack. And he's missed as well. This guy is made of something solid, this guy.
He's invisible.
Steely block. Right, the Loyalists, we're going to fight with this guy. He's going to fight, obviously, that one guy there. So on 4, he's missed. Right, it's back over to the Renegades. Right, back over here, the Flamer's going to fight. He's taking a flesh wound because of that fixed bayonets, and he's needing to hit a 5 now, and he's missed. It's not going well for the Renegades in the fight phase. Okay, the Renegades have ran out of priority fighters, so the Loyalists are just going to go down the line here and fight without answer. So this guy first on that guy. Needs a 4, gets it, needs a 4 again, and he gets him again. So 5's to save. Doesn't save on a 4+. He's out of action. He is out of action. Okay, it's all coming down now. This guy's going to fight this guy. He's hit for the Emperor, and it's a 4, the Emperor indeed. And he's failed his armor save, and he goes out of action. Wow, the might of the Emperor is with us today. Okay, so now it's time for just normal fighters, not the priority ones. So this guy is going to fight the guy who charged him. He's not going to fight the guy over the wall. He can't afford to miss, so he just needs a 4 to hit.
I can't hit enough.
So he has hit. He might as well have hit the guy over the wall. And he does wound. Right, save on a 5. Oh, look at that. The Emperor protects. Alright, I've got my basic fighters. Going to fight with probably someone over there. Right, scratch that. We're going to stay over here. We're going to fight with this guy. He's going to fight the hapless renegade leader. So we're going to try and stab him. And we do. It's a good stab. Does it penetrate deep enough into his black heart? No. Stops at his green spleen. In fact, we're going to command reroll that because we want to get this guy. We did command reroll, but it was in the shooting phase, so we've still got to do a command reroll in the combat phase. Right, here we go. Can we get him? Past that green spleen? No. Still, it's a stubborn old spleen there, the tough old gut. Right, we're over here for the Renegades. This guy's going to try and take out the already injured Guardsman now, so he needs a 4 to hit. He does hit. He needs a 4 again, and he does wound. Right, so does the flak armor hold? It does hold on 5, sorry. So it's just not going the Renegade's way. This is what happens when you turn away from the light of the Emperor. Okay, so this guy, he's going to fight this Renegade who's closer with the thing, and he does not hit because we're taking 2 flesh wounds. We're needing a 6 with him. Right, so it's straight over to the Renegades. They've got the pick of either one of these guys, or they could fight with him if they wanted.
Yeah, we'll fight here.
Okay, so he's going to fight, and he's missed. And we can attack with this guy. He's going to need a 5 because he's taking a flesh wound. And he hits the flamer. Does not wound, however. Right, so this guy. Just okay, he's missed. We'll go with our plasma gunner now. He's fighting through the wall, so he needs a 5. Doesn't get it.
The reply.
You're going to do this guy or the guy?
No, okay.
Okay, so the guy behind the wall needs a 5. Doesn't get it. And then I've got some attacks over there. In fact, I'll do this combat first. So we've got this guy fighting over the wall against the Renegade. He's a 5, no. And then we've got this guy. He's taking a flesh wound, so he's needing a 5 and he gets it. 4s, yes. This guy's being made of hard stuff. Can he be saved once again? And he's flat off. And he does. What a legend. Absolute legend. Alright, I've got 2 guys over there ready to fight that one Renegade, so I might as well do them both at the same time because there's nobody left to fight now. So we'll just do those at the same time, and it's a double one, which means it's a double fill. Okay, so that is it for the combat round. The Imperials got the better of that one big time. Okay, so it's time for shaken tests. So we've killed a few more Renegades here, but this guy's the only one with a flesh wound, but he's got reinforcement now, so we're back on the same mold as it was before. So if he rolls a 6, it's bad. He does roll it, but he's got a Voxcaster, so he can re-roll that because it is on the table, and he's fine. Right, so same situation again for the Guardsman, the guys with the flesh wound. So this guy doesn't want a 6, doesn't get a 6 either, so he's okay because it's the same situation as before, nothing's changed. 6 for him would be bad, no. 6 for the ball guy on that side, no, he's good. And then the other guy, he'll be fine as well. Yeah, everyone's A-okay. Okay, well actually I've got a load of support in the backfield there, which we didn't count, but anyway, we're past regardless. Right, so we're moving into turn 4 here. So the 6 dead for the Renegades, there's only 2 dead for the Loyalists, but the Loyalists have only killed 3 in combat, so that's only 3 points to the Loyalists, but no points to the Renegades because they haven't killed anyone in combat. These have just been hanging on and been really stubborn, just not going down. It's infuriating for the Renegades. And big push over there, it's good stuff from the Loyalists, but bad stuff for the Renegades over here. So we're moving into turn 4, and it could potentially end after this round, so the Renegades need to play catch up here, need to take down at least 3 Loyalists just to square the game up. Okay, so it's turn 4, time to see who gets the initiative. And we get a 10 as the Loyalists, and they match with a 10 as well, so we roll again. We get a 9, not too bad, and a double 1, couldn't get any worse, right? So the Loyalists will take that first move. Okay, so we've done our moves, and it was very, very quick. So we charged in with this guy here against the guy behind the crate there. So we've now got the sniper plasma gunner. He's going to try and get it done in close combat. The guy who was in combat, he's peeled off the combat, and he's gone to a window there just for future shooting purposes. And that's about it. We can't really move anything else. We've surrounded that guy, he can't move. We're still in combat there. Don't really feel like moving, and then we can't really afford to move over here. So it's over to the Renegades to see what they're going to do. Okay, so it's even shorter movement phase for the Renegades. So these try to charge down there, failed to charge, both of them, and then even had a re-roll with their tactical re-roll, still failed it. So the Emperor, if you abandon the Emperor abandons you. So no dice coming in that are any good for the Renegades. So it's on to the shooting phase. So for orders, we're going to select... let's have a look. Okay, so we're going into the shooting phase here. We're doing orders. So the Sergeant is ordering this guy for fixed bayonets, so you will be able to fight in the shooting phase. He's fighting that guy down there. So he does hit. He needs a 4. He does get him. He needs to save on his 5+ armour. It's another 1. 4+, he's out of there. No, it's just a flesh wound for him, but flesh wounds are cool. Right, so the Renegade leader, he's ordered... What did he order?
Fixed bayonets.
Fixed bayonets for the Flamer, right? He really wants this Flamer to do well. He needs to free him up so he can start burning people out again. So he needs a 5 because he's taking a flesh wound. Doesn't happen. Okay, so the Renegade leader, not only has he got fog in his lenses, he's also a forgetful leader. He's been forgetting to fire his las pistol off in close combat. So he's going to do that now. Let's see if he can... He does hit. He couldn't miss at that range. It's going to go right in his ear hole, but it doesn't wound. Okay, so that is
Might be long.
Yes, you can, because it's a different phase. So needs a 4. He gets it this time. Could this be the one? Needs to save on a 5. And we save on a 5. Well, that guy.
Good armor.
It's just too good. It's too good, that guy. Okay, so surprisingly, there was only 1 charge this turn, so he will fight first, the guy behind the crate there. So he's going to hit on a 4. Doesn't do it. Right, so it's on to non-charges. So we've got big fights everywhere. So we're going to start here, and we're going to try and take out the leader. It's the obvious thing to do. Here he goes, hitting on a 4. He gets him. Needs a 4 to wound. Doesn't get it. We're going to command point reroll. We've got him on 5+. No, it doesn't happen. Shaggy.
Command reroll.
Oh, yes, because it's a different phase, so you can reroll in the shooting phase, reroll in the assault phase, but it's still not enough. You might as well just forget about command point reroll. I don't think it's worked at all this game.
It's completely worthless.
Right, so on a 4+, the Sarge goes down. No, he's taking a flesh wound, but a flesh wound is not bad when it's against a Sergeant who's got 3 attacks. Okay, we're coming down here. We're going to have this guy for the Renegades. He's going to fight the guy who's not over the wall, so forced to hit.
Oops.
Oh, lots of command dice. The nerves have gone now. So that hits and wounds. Yes, so need a 5. No, right, so 4+. He goes down. He's down. The Renegades finally get someone in combat. Okay, the Loyalists is going to fight this guy. He's going to try and dust this Flamer. Hitting on a 5 because we've taken a flesh wound. We do get a 6. Got him. Right, need a 4. Get him again. On 5. He doesn't get his armour. It's another 1. He's already taken a flesh wound, so we get a +1 to the dice roll. So on a 3+, he'll go out of action. It's a 1, right? It's another flesh wound for him. Can't command point reroll because we've already done it in this phase. So your guy to fight, whoever you want to select. Who's going to be?
It's fine.
Right, well, the guy behind the crate, he's going to try and fight the plasma gunner. He's got 1 attack. And he hits on a 5 because he's taking a flesh wound, so he's missed. Right, we're going to have the... Oh, Gonna have the really damaged guy here. He's gonna fight one of these. He's gonna fight this guy behind the corner. Needs a 6, doesn't get it. Right, your turn.
Yep.
Right, that guy in the cluster behind there, he's missed on a 2. Okay, we've got my guy behind the wall here. He's gonna pile in. So we're now no longer at the -1 to hit. Leading 4. We've missed anywhere. Oh dear. Right, so Renegades.
He's 4, yeah.
Yep.
This one.
He's missed. What a duck egg. Okay, we're over here. We're going to have this guy. That's the guy with the flesh wound. This guy isn't. So we're fighting with this fresh guy. 4. No. Right, back to the Renegades.
So this fella up here.
Alright, so we're back over here for this guy. He's going to try and fight. He's hit. Doesn't wound. Alright. Okay, so we're back over here, and what we're going to do, just to save us going from side to side all the time, just going to fight all my fighters off here, because he's already fought, and I've got no one to fight over there, so all the Renegades are just going to fight over there that can. So we'll go with this guy, and this guy going to fight. We've got no one else to fight. Got 2 hits, no wounds, and then we've got 2 guys who are hitting on 5s. We got 1. He might survive this. He has survived it. We haven't hit him with anybody. Terrible. Okay, over here we're going to just do all the Renegades attacks here to save us jumping around. Right, we've got the Sergeant. He's got 3 attacks. He's taking a flesh wound, so he's needing 5s. He gets 1. Needs a 4. Still rolls a 1. Just can't get away from those ones. This guy with the flesh wound, needs a 5 to hit. Gets a 6. Needs a 4. Finally gets it. Right, can his armor hold up for this last time? No, it goes through. Right, what's the damage? It's only a flesh wound. You can't re-roll it. This guy now, the last guy to try and take him down. And he's missed. Oh, right, that is the end of the fight. And we're at the end of turn 4 now. The points are 3-1 to the Loyalists. We're going to have to see what happens now. We're into the morale phase. We're going to have to see if the Renegades break. Because they've lost 6 guys in total. Only 3 to combat though. But they have lost 6. And then they've got 4 guys who've taken a flesh wound, so 10 is enough to force them into a break test. So the highest leadership is 7 with the leader, so if the bust to 7, we're going to be broken.
Yeah, we'll pull out a big score for this one. There we go.
Okay, so so the broken, that means everyone is going to have to take a nerve test. So we'll start here. This guy, we don't want to see a 6 from him. In fact, we're going to have to stop and figure this one out actually. Okay, so we just went round, worked it all out just for quickness. So 1 is an automatic pass, so he automatically passes. The Sergeant, if he rolls a 6, it's bad news for him. He's okay. This guy needs a 4. He's okay. This guy doesn't want to get higher than a 4. He's good. Doesn't want to get higher than a 4. This guy, he's good. Different situation for him. If he gets a 3 or more, he's stuffed. No, he's good. This guy behind the barrel, he's going to need a 1 to pass because he's got no support. So he's shaken. This guy needs a 1 because he's only got 1 guy in support. No, this guy, 1, no. So they are shaken as well. This guy, he's shaken. And then the guy who's surrounded, surely he's got to be shaken. Yeah, right. So everybody except this posse in the street here. Right, so for the Loyalists, we've lost 3 guys. And with flesh wounds in account, that's 8 in total. That still isn't more than half, so we're good. We don't have to take any break tests, but we'll have to take tests all the same. So he is going to have to check. So 2, yeah, he is good on that. He's -2, so we need a 4. Yeah, him is the same. He's failed, but we've got a comms, so we can re-roll. He's good. That guy, the baldy guy, he'll be fine. Yep. And then the other guy, there's loads of them, and he's fine on that as well. Just 6s we're looking out for over there, so we're okay. Our Voxcaster keeps us in line. In fact, all these can re-roll because you've got a Voxcaster. I forgot about that. So we'll just go around again. This guy, anything but a 1. Well, sorry, we'll just keep him in line. So no, he's failed. Him needs a 1. No. This guy needs a 1. No. This guy needs a 1. No, that guy needs a 1. No, right, so it still stands even with a Voxcaster. Luckily we remembered that just in case. But there we go. Right, now it's a roll to see if the game continues, because the game could possibly end on turn 4. It's not like turn 5 in 8th edition. So it's been a tough old battle here. It's 3-1 for victory points. Let's see if the game ends with a bang or a whimper. So on a 3+, it will continue. The game ends on a 2. That is an Imperial victory. Yay! Hard going. Bit of a handbag fight over here, but that's what happens when humans versus humans. Okay, man of the match has got to go to this guy. He was just impossible to kill. Took multiple chainsword hits to the head. Kept on going, took a las pistol to the ear. Kept on going, knives in the back, and he's still going strong. What a hero.